This is APBA Baseball Classics, where yesterday's stars performed through cards and dice, classic games on our tabletops. Good evening, everybody. This is APBA Brian in APBA Baseball Classics with game number 10 of the basic double elimination APBA Classics tournament. We're playing through all my games. We have selected our first 16 teams. We are in round 2. Today's game is the 1951 New York Yankees at the 1992 Toronto Blue Jays. This is round 2 of the tournament. Before we do anything further, though, I have an important announcement to make. I'm going to suspend my channel for a short while. Lori and I are going to go to spring training very shortly, in a day or two, and don't know how much time we're going to spend there. We might spend a few weeks, might be a month, traveling around. We have a minivan that we travel in, and usually used to follow our grandchildren when they play baseball in the summertime, and we'll do that again this summer. But for now, I haven't figured out how to play these games on the road and do the uploading and editing on the road. So might try that, but I kind of doubt it. So the channel will be suspended indefinitely, no more than a month, maybe shorter. Thanks for your support and watching, but this will be the last game, and then when we come back, we'll pick up this project from where it left off. This is the APBA Classics channel. Today's game will be a hybrid game using the Merino boards, or sometimes known as the Oz boards, because we have the master symbols on both sets. I normally like to play basic. I love basic APBA, but just to change that from now and then, let's play a hybrid game. Here's the starting lineups for the New York Yankees of 1951. Phil Rizzuto will lead off and play shortstop. Gil McDougall will bat second and play second base. Yogi Berra is the catcher. Young Mickey Mantle is in right field. Hank Bauer in left field. Joe DiMaggio in center field. Joe Collins at first base. Doc Brown is the third baseman, and Tom Plowboy Morgan is on the mound. Tom Morgan is a right-handed pitcher from El Monte, California, and he is a grade 9 in the master grades. He'd be a C in basic, and he has a Y strikeout modifier and a Z control modifier. For the Toronto Blue Jays, here's your starting lineups. Robbie Alomar, second base. Nevo White is in center field. Dave Winfield in left. Joe Carter in right field. John Olerud is the first baseman. Pat Borders is the catcher. Kelly Gruber at third base. Manny Lee, shortstop, and Juan Guzman is on the mound. Juan Guzman is a grade 15 pitcher, or a B pitcher, has the X strikeout modifier, and he hails from Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. He is 16-5 with a 2.64 earned run average in 1992. And very quickly, here's what the tournament brackets look like. The winner of this game will play the 1926 Cardinals in round 3. The loser will go to the loser's bracket and play the winner of the Brooklyn-Cincinnati game later in round 2. All right, Juan Guzman has completed his warm-up tosses. Phil Rizzuto, the Yankee shortstop, steps into the box. There's a pitch to Rizzuto, 43, is a ball tapped back to the mound. Guzman's a fielding 2, and he throws out Rizzuto for the first out of today's game. Here's Gil McDougall. Batting style is somewhat crouched. He swings the bat from the right side. 6'4" is a 39. Strike one. And 5'6" is a Base on balls, Guzman walks McDougal. McDougal runs the first and says, thank you. Here's Yogi Berra out of St. Louis, Missouri. Berra hit .294 with 27 home runs in 1951. He swings the bat from the left side, so his split does not apply. Yogi's listed as a straightaway hitter. 36 is a 33. Fielding column 1 for the Blue Jays, but I do the defensive ratings with the hybrid game individually. 33 has popped up to the shortstop, and under that is Manny Lee, makes the catch, 2 outs. And here's Muscles, Mickey Mantle. 4-5 is a base on balls. 2 walks has a threat going for the Yankees. Now Hank Bauer. All right, key spot for Hank Bauer. He was the star of the 51 World Series, Game 7. He hit I believe it was a bases loaded triple that gave the Yankees a 4-1 lead at the end of Game 7 against the 1951 New York Giants. And then the Giants scored 2 runs in the 9th inning, but then hit a line drive to right field that Bauer made a diving catch on to preserve that victory. There's a pitch to Hank Bauer. All right, he rolls out a 8-play result, but his -2 added to Guzman's 15 is the 17 column, and that's going to be a fly out to center field to end the inning. No runs, no hits, 2 left. We go to the bottom of the first. It's the Yankees nothing and Toronto coming to bat. All right, Roberto Alomar leads off for Toronto in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the first offering from Tom Morgan, a grade 9 pitcher with a Y and Z modifiers. 1-5 is an 11 for Alomar, and that is going to be a base hit for Robbie Alomar. All right, Tom Morgan does not have a good move to first base. He has a move to first 0. But Yogi Berra takes 2 numbers off the steal success number. That makes Alomar a D30 stealer. He's a threat to go. Devo White's the batter. Let's see. We could hit and run. I'm going to go ahead and do a straight steal. There goes Alomar. 11 through 60. 11 through 56, he'll be safe. And 14, that's a stolen base for Robbie Alomar. Toronto comes out aggressive. Now Devo's going to bunt. 14 is a 30. We're on second base. 30 is a lay down to the third base side. No play at third. The throw is the first. 5-3 sacrifice. All right, Toronto has a runner on first base, or third base, 90 feet away with 1 out. And now the batter is Dave Winfield. 290 with 26 homers. Yankees going to play the infield in. Here's the pitch to Dave Winfield. 45 is going to be I believe, a walk. Batter takes first. So first and third, Toronto. You could turn this first inning into something. There's Chris Carter, or Joe Carter. That's just, I'm getting older. Sometimes I say the wrong names. That happens quite a bit. I was calling Carl Furillo the Polish rifle. That's Ron Jaworski. He was the reading rifle. That was yesterday. 6-3 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Winfield goes down on strikes. 2 outs. Here is John Olerud. Now the Yankees can play the infield at normal depth. Here's the pitch to Olerud. 1-2 is hit on the ground towards shortstop. Rizzuto throws the first, and that's the final out of the first inning. 1 hit, no runs, 2 left. All right, Joe DiMaggio will lead off for the Yankees in the top of the second inning. By now, he knows Marilyn Monroe. He would marry Marilyn in January of 1952, though. So they're not yet married, but they do know each other. Here's the pitch to DiMaggio. 35 is a 40, and that pitch is fouled back for strike 1. Ball 4, DiMaggio works a walk. That's the third walk already given up by Juan Guzman, dealing careful with these Yankees. Joe Collins. DiMaggio is not a threat to steal. He is a steal in, meaning never. 34 is a fly ball to center field. Levo White is under it and puts it away for the first out. Here's Doc Brown, the future cardiologist. 41 is a 28, and that is going to be hit on the ground to the shortstop. There's a fielding column 2, 6-3, and DiMaggio goes to second. So 2 outs. The pitcher, Tom Morgan. Got some 7s on his card. 64, that's not one of the 7s, though. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Yanks are retired in the top of the second. We go to the bottom of the second, no score. All right, catcher Pat Borders will lead off the bottom of the second inning. More offense to his game than defense. 35 is a 38, ball 1 to Borders. And that's ball 4. So Borders, okay, it shouldn't be Borders. Somehow I must have moved an extra card. Olerud is the leadoff batter. Olerud's 5th in the order. They had a single and 3 outs. So it should be Olerud. Let's re-roll. 4-2 is a ball 4 anyway. Tom Morgan determined to walk the hitter. Olerud is a R26. Not likely he's going to go. Here is Pat Borders now. Borders rolls a 2-6, which is hit on the ground to third base. Let's see. The third baseman is Doc Brown. He has a fielding column 2. 1, actually. So 27 is going to be a ground out to third base with a runner going to second. If he was fielding column 1, that could have been a double play. 1 out. Toronto has a runner in scoring position for Kelly Gruber. Gruber rolls a 4-2, which is a swing and a miss, and that's strike 3. Second strikeout for Tom Morgan. 2 outs, and here's Manny Lee, 263 hitter. The pitcher's due up next, so Lee will be walked intentionally. First and second for Juan Guzman. 56 is a 34, and that's popped up on the infield. McDougall's under it and makes the catch. Top of the third. No score. All right, the 1950 American League MVP, Phil Rizzuto, steps into the box to lead off the third for the Yankees. 1-6 is hit on the ground to the shortstop. And that is Manny Lee on the play. 1 gone. That had a K strikeout modifier, but Guzman is an X strikeout pitcher. Here's Gil McDougall. 6-2 is skied to the right side. Gary Carter moves to his left and makes the catch. 2 outs. Yogi Berra. Loved watching Yogi Berra hit. Very good. He's listed as a straightaway hitter. He'd hit the ball down either line, though. He was very good at that. Not particular what he swung at. Had a big strike zone. 4-2 is a 36 for ball one. And Yogi does draw a walk. Guzman and the strike zone have not been in sync in this game. That is his fourth walk in less than 3 innings. That brings up Mickey Mantle. Mantle walked his first time out. 31 is a 9. PB at the bottom of his card means he pulls the ball both ways, but 0 does not change the grade. So 9 on a 15 is going to be a base hit. Berra stops at second. Yankees have first and second with 2 down. That was the first hit off Juan Guzman. Guzman working out of the stretch will be pitching to Hank Bauer. Now 296 hitter in 1951 out of Kansas City, Missouri. 41 is a ground ball to the shortstop. Manny Lee's got it. Goes the short way to get Mantle at second. 1 hit, no runs. 2 left. We go to the bottom of the third. No score. All right, Tom Morgan returns from mound. Remember, he is a grade 15 pitcher, which is like a C, or a grade 9 pitcher. The other one's a 15. He's a grade 9, which is grade C in basic. And Y and Z strikeout modifiers. Robbie Alomar leads off for the Blue Jays. He's single and solo based in the first inning. 61 is a 22. That's going to test the catcher. Little nubbler in front of the plate. Berra's on a quick throws the first, and that's the out. Yogi throws out Robbie Alomar. You had to be quick about it. Alomar gets down that line. Here's Devon White. 6-2 is a swing and a miss. Strike 3. White is U-turn back to the dugout, and now Winnie, Dave Winfield. Winfield hits a fly ball to center field, caught by Joe DiMaggio. So 3 up and 3 down for the Blue Jays. We go to the top of the fourth. No score. All right, Joe DiMaggio in his final Yankee season leads off the fourth for New York. 31 is a base on balls, and Juan Guzman, for the life of him, cannot find that strike zone. 5 walks. Here's Joe Collins, the first baseman. Scranton, Pennsylvania, or Presidentstown. 35 is 37. That's a quick throw to first. DiMaggio gets picked off first by Guzman. 1 out. He will get razzed in the dugout. Mr. Yankee, Mr. Class. George Brett got picked off, I think, just after he got his 3,000th hit in Anaheim. Got picked off first. Here's Doc Brown. 2-2 is a base hit for Doc Brown. Although he's a -4, he's left-handed, so it does not affect. When there's only one number at the bottom of the card, it only affects same-sidedness. So that is a single off Guzman. Now they're really razzing Joe D in the dugout. Here's, let's see, it should be Doc Brown at the bat. 1 away, 1 on. 3-6 is a 14. No Z modifier. That's a base on balls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 walks given up by Juan Guzman. He's setting the table. The Yankees just can't get the hit or get the right guy up at the right time. Here's the pitcher. Tom Morgan. Three roll for Morgan. That Guzman's going to pay. That's a second column roll. 25 is a drive by Morgan. You got to check the top of Guzman's card. There's no home run modifiers. Oh, no, there's an H. See that H there? So we'll see what column that one is on. He's a -3 right-handed batter, 18 column, and there's not an H in that column. So that's a drive by Morgan. It might be, it could be, it is out of here a 3-run home run by the pitcher. Tom Morgan with all these, or Guzman with all these walks have been walking on the edge. Now burns him. Toronto's behind 3-0, top of the order to Rizzuto. Nobody out. First 4 have reached. There's a pitch to Rizzuto. 2-4 is a fly ball to center field. Going deep by the track is Devo White to haul it in. Right next day, I had the camera off on the roll of McDougal, and he drew a walk. Yogi Berra. Berra rolls a 52, and that's a ground out to third base or X. Guzman does have the X, so it's a strikeout at the end of 4th. 2 hits, 3 runs. Bottom of the 4th, Yankees 3 and the Blue Jays 0. Okay, Joe Carter will lead off the last of the 4th for Toronto. Unlike Guzman, Tom Morgan has been throwing strikes. He did walk 1, and he potentially walked another. But the most important pitch in baseball is strike 1 on the first batter. Getting that first strike and getting ahead in the count and getting that first out in the inning. That's important. 1-3 is a 42, and with all that being said, Morgan hits the batter. Hit by pitch. There's John Olerud, 284 hitter. 53 is a 20 that's going to test these second baseman. It's going to be an E4. He kicks it off the glove. It rolls towards second base. The runner on first is going to get all the way to third on the air. E4 Olerud's on first. First and third, Blue Jays. Nobody out. All right, that brings up Pat Borders. He does have a little power, 13 homers and 480 bats. Yankees are going to play the infield back with a 3-run lead, hoping for a double play. 6-6 roll, that's not going to be a double play. That's a hit column roll for Borders. 31 is a drive by Pat Borders. It might be, it could be, it is out of here, and Toronto responds with their 3-run home run in the bottom of the 4th. There are no modifiers for home runs and extra base hits at the top of Tom Morgan's card. So that brings up Kelly Gruber where the base is clear. Still nobody out. 6-4 is a swing and miss, strike 3. 4 strikeouts for Tom Morgan. Here's Manny Lee. The shortstop, 52, is a ground ball to third. As Brown picks it in front of Rizzuto and throws the first. 2 outs. The pitcher, Juan Guzman. He rolls a 32. It's a ground out to second base. But the Blue Jays score 3 times on just 1 hit. Top of the 5th inning, 3-3 score. All right, let's see if Juan Guzman can find the strike zone in the 5th inning. Mickey Mantle leads off for New York. He has walked and singled. 6-4 roll is a swing and a miss for strike 3. He swings with all he's got every time. Here's Hank Bauer. Yankees are up. Let's see, 34 is a fly ball to center field. Devon White coming in for it and makes the grab, 2 outs. Here's Joe DiMaggio. Walked twice, but got picked off one of those times. 4-4 roll for DiMaggio. That's going to be 8 on column 9. I think that's going to be a base hit. And that is a single for DiMaggio. Joe D's been on base all 3 times. Joe Collins, Yankee first baseman, rolls a 31. He is a left-handed hitter, so this number would be a 0 since it's not same-sided. So that's an 8 on a 9 column. I think that's an out. Ground out to short. 1 hit, no runs. We're halfway through. Yankees 3 and the Blue Jays 3. If you didn't get a chance to see Al Red Sox game last night on Al Red Sox fans' site, he's playing APBA baseball. I'm not going to tell you what happened, but it was a very special game. It was really good. Well worth watching. Check it out. Here's due up first for the Blue Jays in the last of the 5th inning. The top of the lineup, that's Robbie Alomar. Alomar rolls a 4-4. And Alomar hits a line drive through the middle for a base hit. Leadoff single for Robbie Alomar. He is 2 for 3. He's already stole a base in this game. And then after he stole the base, Devo White bunted him in the 3rd, but he was stranded there. He's going to try to steal again. And he is safe. Stolen base. White's going to swing away this time. 3-2 is a 26, which is a ground ball 2. Second base, the slow roller is picked up. Their only play is to first, and Alomar goes to 3rd. So it works like a sacrifice. It's a productive out. Robbie Alomar is the go-ahead run. He's 90 feet away. Dave Winfield definitely wants to get this ball in the air and does not want to strike out. Morgan goes into the stretch. Yankee infield is going to play it in. Here's the pitch to Winfield. 45 is a base on balls, I believe. He's got the Z modifier. But yeah, there's no Z on the results. So ball 4. Guzman on the bench would say it's a tight strike zone. Here's Joe Carter. 1st and 3rd. Only 1 down. Infield will play at double play depth. The runner on 1st. 1-6. That's hit on the ground. 2 Rizzuto. Flips to McDougal. Over to Collins. That's a double play. Inning, soul killing double play for the 3rd out, so the run doesn't score. 1 hit, no runs. We go to the top of the 6th inning. Yankees 3, Blue Jays 3. All right, both pitchers have thrown a lot of pitches in this game thus far. Guzman is 1 batter away from his fatigue point, and the Yankee pitcher who's due to bat 2nd is ready to pitch to 25 batters, and he has pitched to 22, so he's 3 away. Doc Brown leads off the Yankees in the 6th inning. 43 is a tap back to the mound. Guzman fields it and throws the 1st. So Bobby Brown is out, 1 out. Morgan will stay in the game and hit. 1-1 roll for Tom Morgan. That's going to be an extra base hit, possibly. 26 is a double for Morgan. What a day with the stick that Tom Morgan's having. Homered and doubled. He's in scoring position for Phil Rizzuto. Rizzuto is 0 for 3. Go ahead, runs at second base for the Yankees. Here's the pitch to Phil Rizzuto. Fly ball lifted to shallow center field. Devo White comes on to make the catch. Runner holds at second, 2 outs. Here's Gil McDougall, a 300 hitter for the Yankees. 5-5 roll, that's an 8. Ground ball to second base. Elmore throws the first for the 3rd out. And that runner, the pitcher, is stranded at second base. Bottom of the 6th inning, 3-3 tie. All right, John Olerud, Kelly Gruber, and Pet Boers, then Kelly Gruber. Gruber are scheduled to hit in the last of the 6th inning. Morgan returns to the mound. Let's see. Now Guzman has 1 mark against his fatigue. And Tom Morgan is, as I said, 3 guys away for his fatigue point. 43. Tapped back to the mound. Picked up by Morgan and throws to Collins at first. Oler is retired 1-3. Pat Borders. Borders hits a fly ball to left field. Hank Bauer is under it and makes the grab. 2 outs, Kelly Gruber. Kelly Gruber lifts a liner over the shortstop Rizzuto, fielded by Bauer, base hit for Gruber. 2 out single. And now Manny Lee, the 8th place hitter. 34 is a fly out to center field. So now Tom Morgan has 1 mark against his fatigue. That was the 3rd batter. He has 2 left. We go to the top of the 7th. 3-3 tie. First up for the Yankees is Yogi Berra. Guzman is still out there. He has 1 mark against his fatigue, so 2 left before his grade drops. Pitch to Berra is a 2-3. Hit to second base. Fielded by Alomar. The throw to first. Yogi's retired. Here's Mickey Mantle. 31 is a 9. On the 15 column, that's a single for Mickey Mantle. Mantle is E21 stealing. Surprised the success number is that low. Guzman has no move to first, and Borders adds 1, so it's going to be an E22 is the success number. So his chances would be 11 through 44. I think he'll try it. Hank Bauer's up next. There goes Mickey. 15, that's a successful steal by Mickey Mantle. Slides in safely under the tag. Hank Bauer's got a runner in scoring position now. Yeah, I don't think steals count against the fatigue, but the single does. So he has down to his last fatigue point. I'd like to pitch to Hank Bauer. Bauer swings, liner to Robbie Elmore, snags it, looks to Mantle on second, but he is quickly back to second base with a dive back. No double play, but there's 2 outs now. Joe DiMaggio. Joe has been on base all 3 times, 2 walks and a single. 3-3 roll for DiMaggio. That's a hit column roll for Joe G. And 54 is a drive to left center field. It's going to get between the fielders, roll to the wall, and score Mantle with a double. The Yankees take a 4-3 lead. He was razzed in the dugout for getting picked off earlier in the 4th inning, but now he looks toward his dugout and says, "How do you like that?" Meanwhile, that's too much off of Guzman, so his grade goes down. They're going to replace Juan Guzman with a relief pitcher, and that pitcher is going to be Mark Eichhorn. He is right-handed facing the right-handed or left-handed Collins, but I'm not seeing any good lefty relievers. They're all D pitchers. So he's a grade 13 reliever with a Y and Z strikeout modifier. Joe Collins steps into the box with 2 outs. Runner on second. Here is the pitch. 2-5 is an 8. Grounder to Alomar at second base. He throws to first. So Eichhorn puts off the fire. 2 hits and 1 run for the Yankees in the 7th. 7th inning stretch time. Yankees 4 and the Blue Jays 3. All right, for the bottom of the 7th inning, the Yankees are going to change pitchers. The new pitcher is going to be Bob Kuzawa. He's a grade C pitcher, Y modifier. We're playing a hybrid game, so he's going to be a number 9 rated pitcher. For us on the left side, Turner Ward is pitching for there's a pitcher to Turner Ward. 54 is a fly ball to right field. That's Mickey Mantle's territory, and he makes the grab. 1 out. Top of the order to Bobby Alomar. 35 is a 9. That play result has a Y, and Bob Kuzawa has a Y strikeout modifier, so that's a strikeout. Robbie Alomar is caught looking. The ball white. Ground ball to second. Picked up by McDougall to throw to first. It's an easy inning for Bob Kuzawa in relief. Top of the 8th, Yankees 4, Blue Jays 3. All right, in the 8th inning, Tourney will have a new pitcher, and that's going to be Todd Stottlemyre. He is a right-handed pitcher, grade 6 or C pitcher in basic. Y strikeout modifier. Bobby Brown leads off for the Yankees, top of the 8th inning against Todd Stottlemyre. 31 is and it's a line drive base hit for Buck Brown. All right, Yankees are over here, so runner in first. Here's the pitcher, Kuzawa. He's going to stay in the game and try to bunt. (13) is a 14. Ball 4. Way inside. Now we got runners on first and second. And no outs by Stottlemyre yet. Here's Phil Rizzuto. All right, Rizzuto's going to try to lay one down. But it's a 3-3 roll, 7. Bunted to a charging first baseman. He throws to second baseman covering first. That's a sacrifice. Oh, man, that would have been a hit if I wasn't too bunt happy. But runners go to second and third. And the batter is Gil McDougall, 306 hitter. All right, Cito Gaston's not comfortable the way this is playing out. So he pops out of the dugout, and he's going to come in with bringing in Dwayne Ward. XY strikeout modifiers. He is a 19 grade A pitcher. 1.95 earned run average. This is right on right, so he's going to be a 24 for one batter only. 1 down, second and third. Here's the pitch to McDougall. 2-5 is a 8. Base hit for McDougall, and 2 runs will score. Brown scores. Kuzawa scores. 2 RBI single, and the Yankees take a 6-3 lead. I think the horse might be out of the barn. Those runs are charged to Stottlemyre. Now the batter is Yogi Berra. 4-4 roll for Berra. That's a 19 grade is going to take that 7 and make it a ground out to shortstop. Runner goes to second. Here's Mantle. 2 outs now. 2 runs in, making it 6-3 Yankees. 4-4 roll for Mantle. That's an 8. That's also a ground out to shortstop, which will end the inning. 2 hits, 2 runs. Yankees 6 and the Blue Jays 3. All right, back out the pitch is Bob Kuzawa, grade C Y pitcher. That's a 9 grade in the hybrid game. Dave Winfield leads off for the Blue Jays, who are now down by 3. 3-2 is a ground ball to second base, which McDougal picks and throws to first. Here's Joe Carter. 5-4 is a fly ball lifted to right field. Mickey Mantle is under it and makes the catch. 2 up and 2 down. Here's John Olerud. 41 is going to be a ground out to shortstop. 3 up and 3 down for the Blue Jays. Top of the 9th, New York 6, Toronto 3. All right, Dwayne Ward still pitching in the 9th inning for Toronto, grade 19 XY pitcher. Hank Bauer Jr. will lead off, not junior, he had a Hank Bauer Jr. that I went to high school with. He was from Kansas City. But Hank Bauer Sr. was a tough man. There's a sports writer who said he had a face like a clenched fist. He played aggressively. You think of Pete Rose. When Pete Rose drew a walk, he ran to first base. Well, before that, Enos Slaughter used to do that. And Hank Bauer saw that from Enos Slaughter, and he ran hard to first base after a base on balls, just like Pete Rose and Slaughter did. Hank Bauer said that it's no fun to play baseball unless you can make somebody else unhappy. There's a pitch to Hank Bauer. 6-1 is a ground ball to shortstop, picked up by Manny Lee to throw to first. Yankees have 1 out in the 9th. Here's Joe DiMaggio's had a good day. Joe D is 2 for 2, single, double, RBI, and 2 walks. 2-2 roll for DiMaggio. Another solid single by Joe DiMaggio. 3 hits on the day. Here's Joe Collins. All right, Collins is 1 for 4. He rolls a 45. That's going to be a base on balls. Joe Collins takes first. So DiMaggio goes to second. 2 on with 1 out. Yankees threatening to add more. Here's Doc Brown, the third baseman. 6-3 roll is a 31. Hit fairly deep to center field. Devon White is a fielding column 1, so the runners will hold. And now the pitcher, Bob Kuzawa, is going to not stay in the game. Timeout. Gene Woodley will pitch it for the Yankees. He was often platooned with Hank Bauer in his Yankee years. Both men kind of resented that a little bit. But that was Casey's way. He believed in platooning. First and second Yankees, there's 2 outs. Dwayne Ward goes into his stretch here. The pitch to Gene Woodley, 5-6, is a base on balls. Bases are loaded. All right, the batter is Phil Rizzuto. Ward with a stretch. Here's the pitch to Phil Rizzuto. 3-4 roll is a fly ball to center field. And that is the end of the trouble here. 1 hit, 3 left. No runs. We go to the bottom of the 9th. It's the Yankees 6 and the Blue Jays 3. Okay, the Yankees pitch hit for their pitcher, and so Joe Ostrowski is on to pitch for New York. He is a grade 9 reliever with a Z modifier. Pat Borders will lead off for Toronto. It's the bottom of the Blue Jay order. Borders, Gruber, Lee, and then the pitcher, or most likely a pitch hitter for the pitcher if they get that far. Ostrowski goes into the windup, and now the pitch to Pat Borders. 6-5 is popped up behind home, and Yogi Berra loses the mask and makes the catch. 1 gone. 2 to go for the Yankees to win their second game in this tournament. There's Kelly Gruber. 6-1 is sent on the ground to Phil Rizzuto, who scoops and throws to Collins at first. 2 gone. Last chance for the Blue Jays is Manny Lee, 263 hitter. Ostrowski, who's nicknamed Specs, delivers. 56 is a 34. Popped up on the infield. McDougall calls for it and makes the catch, and that's the ball game. Final score, Yankees 6 and the Blue Jays 3. Well, here's your line score. The New York Yankees scored 6 runs on 10 hits and 1 error. Blue Jays scored 3 runs on 4 hits, and they committed no errors. The winning pitcher was Bob Kuzawa, pitched 2 innings, gave up no runs. Starting pitcher Tom Morgan pitched well. He went 6 innings, gave up 2 earned runs. And Ostrowski got the save. Losing pitcher was Juan Guzman, 6 2/3 inning, gave up 4 earned runs. Home runs in the game were in the 4th inning. Tom Morgan, the pitcher, hit a 3-run homer in the 4th, but Toronto followed that up with a 3-run homer in their half of the 4th with Pat Borders. That's the 2 home runs in this game. The MVP of the game, Joe DiMaggio. DiMaggio goes 3 for 3, plus 2 walks, 2 singles, a double, and he hit the go-ahead run. He drove in the go-ahead run in the 7th inning with a double. So Joe D is the game's MVP. All right, once again, Lauren and I are going to be traveling. We're going to spring training, so there won't be any more games going up for possibly a few weeks. We'll see how that goes. If we're not like it, we may turn around, come back home. I doubt that, though. We're going to spring training. But we'll resume the channel after that. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and may God bless.